We are live. We are live. We're alive. The mad scientists have liveness down here. Hello, everybody. We are the mad scientists live. I'm Mad Frankie. This is Igor. And together, we are the mad scientists. There you go. There you go.
Lots of love for everybody.
Lovely.
We're going to send some extra love out to Paula and her family for
for her mother-in-law.
Yeah. Thinking about
Well, we have various things to show you today. I've been naughty again. I'm sorry about that. And Violet's got something to show you because I think this is lovely. So let me have a brief glimpse, and then if there's a moment where I've got to rush away, you can show them everything, yeah?
Okay.
So what she's got there, something interesting brown. Lovely. Hi, Jutta. Hi, Liz. Hi, Anne. Hi, Mariah. Hi, Paula. Hi, Maxine. Hi, Liz. Hi, me. Anybody else? Anybody else? I think I've got everybody now. I'm just scrolling back through the list. Oh, hello, Violet.
Hi, you know, I was using my little mini inkers, and look at, I'm tearing the little things up.
Colleen and Debsy. Only I think Debsy might have popped in yesterday or something when we were sorting it out. Yeah. Sorry. What were you saying?
Wasn't important.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. I was trying to minimize my talking, so it's okay. I'm going to go back on mute. I'm going to type hello to everyone, and you're going to go for it. Get me off screen and go do your thing.
Hello, Jutta. Yes. Or Jutta. I'm not sure how you pronounce that. But hello, everybody. So let me put this there so we can come back later. And I've just been doing some little scribbles, nothing very arduous or intelligent, just scribbling some little birds. So there's an owl going, hoo. It's another chick owl being a bit sort of floppy, fluttery. And there's I think it's a robin, possibly, with a little hat on. And he's pointing up there and he's got a whistle there. Just playing, nothing special. So let's have a look at what we've got here. There. We have got a book that arrived today, so I haven't really had much chance to look at it. I thought it was quite interesting. All about altered books. I do like altered books, especially this says new directions in altered books. I thought that could be quite good fun to look at. Oh, I like that. Cuneiform digital. Oh, no wonder it's real. It's a plaque with cuneiform on it. No wonder it looked good. It's out of a museum. There's some interesting things in here. I like this sort of thing where there's different shapes written, sort of drawn, painted over a page. I like that because you can still see the page, but you get to see the design as well. And that's lovely looking there. Gesso, graphite, charcoal, acrylic paint, collage map. I don't know what collage map is. Anyway, dictionary paper, stencils, Lotteria cards. Don't know what they are either. Interesting, though. Interesting stuff. I do like the colours and the individual sort of little drawings. Those are nice. And there's lots of things in here. I had a brief look, but not very much of it. I like the stitching on that. That's very nice. Max and the Filipino twins, really? Okay. There's something with some pieces inside, like turning it into a shadow box idea. Galeria de la Danse. Yeah. Interesting. Oh, and I like that with the pen nibs. I do like things like old pen nibs and old tools and things. Very nice. I'm having to pick it up because from my position I see a shine there, though you won't. So I've got to pick it up so I don't get the shine, so I can see what I'm looking at. I like things that look like this, sort of bits put together and as if there's more than one identity there, sort of thing. Poetic identity. Okay. That's where I got the word identity from. Jumped into my head is how to cut a book apart. Yes. And making windows. I like different shaped windows as well. I did some arched ones, and I think I did a round one as well in a book I made from something Tanya Maguire showed us how to do. Lovely stuff. Wait a minute, it's 2 pages there. I like that with the mirror there, so you can see. It looks like you can see through, but what you're seeing is the reflection. Nice. Clock. I do like the thought of making a clock out of a book. Yes. I love making clocks. I made about 3 of those. Halfway through making another one, I had to couple more actually when I had to move suddenly. So I like this. This is interesting. It's got sort of layer after layer after layer, and each one is a different size so that you look like you're going into a tunnel. I love that. That's very good. Abandoned Mines, it's called. So she's used jewels and things to make it, give it that feel. Let's have a quick flick through. We don't want to spend forever on this. After all, I mean, if you want to, you get it or borrow it from your library or something so you can have a look at it. Sometimes you can get a Kindle version, and sometimes you can get Kindle versions for free to have a look at. Oh, that's interesting. Look at that. All those different layers of paper. Cut paper to turn it into something like a flower head almost, like a seed head. Interesting. Oh, it makes a particularly unorthodox use of a paper shredder. So that's paper that's been through the paper shredder. Mine usually ends up not straight like that, but crinkled. You'll see on Mr. Fuzzy in a moment. Oh, that's nice. Black and white. Yes, I do like that. Different shapes and things. This is a lovely book. It's got lots of interesting ideas and using a circular idea, like the size of a disc. It looks like that is a disc. Look, with the middle there. Oh, I like those. Doll and book all in one. Yeah, interesting. I like things that have more than one sort of purpose, more than one life. So you've got a book that's one life and a doll that's another life. And you put the two together. Lovely. There's lots of interesting things. I won't go through it anymore because I'll be here for an hour. So there we go. That's a book, which I obviously dying to have a look at. And I've got all my dragons here. Thought I might have a play with the dragons. And then again, I might not. But I was just looking through them. There we go. Dragons. And of course, we've got the big O up here. The big new one. Who is, I'm really happy with him. He's turned out really well. And then we've got the alien plants, which I'm liking. I've got some big ones somewhere of the alien plants. And the flame for the dragon and one of the other dragon's wings. And then there's this lot, which are lovely. I've just cut these the other day and I've been playing with them with some sprays. So I've got a couple of pieces here. Trouble is they don't stick down. So what I need to do is put them on the gel plate and try them on the gel plate, either with sprays or with paint, probably with paint, but you can see a sort of, you can see the sort of outline of that one there, can't you? Kinda. I used my new sprays that I got. Steampunk Soiree, which is a set of Lindy's Starburst sprays. There's Bandolier Brown, Petticoat Plum, Yesteryear Yellow, Top Hat Teal, which is rather nice, and this is nice as well. The Apothecary Azure, lovely. And with those, I got the magicals that come with it as well. And I haven't used those yet, but I did use these that I got at the same time. So one's Pocket Watch Pewter, and t'other is Gothic Gold Goggles Gold. So that's the gold there that I used, and the pewter is up here. In fact, it's all over the place. I've got more there and a bit more there, and just mixed it in together, really. So you've got sort of a slight touch of the sweep of some of the dolphins, and some of them there. So that was okay. But obviously, we're going to get better impressions on the gel plate. Sorry?
Fran, Mariah would like to know, what are your thoughts on more outlined versions and maybe a mix?
A what? A what?
More outlined versions? I don't know what she means by that. And then maybe a mix. So
I'm not sure what she means by a mix. You mean a mix of sizes? These are two designs turned into lots of sizes. So I've only got two designs, these two. I can do more designs, and I can do outline, yes. A mix of what? So, yes, can do, certainly. And I'm thinking of some other things. I wanted to do some starfish. I've got quite a nice drawing of a starfish I did the other day. So I quite like to use that. And then when I took it off, I also used the piece, you know, the cutout, the mask. And this is the result of that, you know, putting it down and getting the outline somewhat better. As you can see, I mean, you can see the two big dolphins there, two smaller ones and the little ones. So that was quite good fun. This one. That way around. There we go. Like that. That's what I did. So that's quite good. That shows you, this was still using the sprays, you see. So that shows you what you might, something closer to what you might get on an A4 sheet.
The ones you have are filled in.
Yeah.
We could mix. We could mix with outline versions.
Oh yeah, yeah, certainly could. Yep. Sort of the reverse of that, as it were. Yeah. See what I can do. There are lots of different types of dolphin. You don't have to have the same type all the time. So I was just getting fed up with the dolphin sitting there, and I was doing other things. So I thought I can quickly turn that into a stencil while I'm doing something else. So I just did that. But I want to do more dolphins, different types, because if you look them up, there are loads of different sorts. And of course, you could always have a blue whale. You could have an orca, or you could have a hammerhead shark. I mean, there's loads of things you could do. So in the meantime, let's move these out of the way just for a bit. And I was looking at this, which is one of the abstract ones I made the other day. And I was looking at it with an idea to doing it like this within that. I didn't do that before. I used both separately. But I fancy using those both together like that. And then we can take that up, or we can take that bit out, you know. And that could be quite an interesting play. That was just a thought I had. In the meantime, let's have a bit more light on this, because we want to... What's making a shadow? That is. Let me move that out of the way. That's some of the prints I want to use. So we'll move that. And those can go back over there. And that's a fresh bit of paper. And here's some of the prints we did with the dragon and the alien plants and the moon, which is Mariah's, and the these things. Yeah. So I've got a few of those. This is on my tracing paper. That's on writer paper. That's the black paper. I like the one on the black paper very much. And it's exactly what I want for Mr. Fuzzy. In the meantime, before we get to Mr. Fuzzy, we need to have a look at this, which is a print from last time, which has not yet been pulled and is looking like it doesn't really want to. You have to take it gently. Tried to tear that bit. We don't want tearing. Let's see if we can get this off. I'm quite liking the look of this. I like the colour. I cannot remember what I used, but it was the last stream. Oh, it's tearing a bit there. I thought I could hear something a bit odd. There we go. Let me get that up. Yes. There's another one doing it. Just need to make sure it doesn't. I can just hear it doing it, you know, and maybe catch it before it does it too much. There's a little bit there that seems to want to tear. The edges seem to be the most vulnerable. What is this? This is the newsprint, isn't it? It will be a shame if this one goes a funny colour. It seems to have absorbed a lot of, you notice, there's a sort of line there going around where it's absorbed oils from the plate, I believe.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah.
Yeah. See, it's leaving some behind, but it's not bothering me that, because it's almost looking like clouds, like you've deliberately done it. And I'm quite liking the effect. Here we are. I've got to take this plate away because it's going to stick to it otherwise. There we are. Now that's rather nice.
That's
It gets up a bit so I can see it properly. It's not bad at all, is it? I really like it. It's not the colours I was going for. I think this was near the end of the stream when I was getting bored with using the same colours, you know, these sort of colours. That was another pull. That didn't come up so well. It's there, but it's in the distance. You know, you don't see it so great. You need to tilt it to see the pattern, and that's not going to help. So this one will not be used on Mr. Fuzzy. See what I mean about mine? They don't come out straight when they come out of the shredder. They come out in a mess. So we'll get rid of that. It's a beautiful print, but I don't want to use it for this particular one. It's too nice, really. I don't want to tear it up. So I've got loads of prints here, and I would like to start with that one. I think that's a good one. It's quite dark, though, so there are others that I will be using. I'd certainly like to use a bit of this one, because you can see the design quite well there. Right, yeah. Let me put that one away. Off you go. Go on. Dog wanted to stay here. Ian came in for some of his snacks. I don't know why he keeps them in here. You would have thought he'd have taken them with him. And these are quite good. I like these two, the blue and the copper. It's still got some metallic in there. I used copper and I also used silver. So this looks more like silver, this one. And that one's the copper. But let's have a go. Let's start cutting these up. I'm going to cut off the edge. Because we don't want too much black. So I'll cut that off. And then we'll get to putting some down. I'm going to be using Collage Podge. To stick it down. I don't know whether I'm going to alternate a great deal between the colours. I did deliberately do the printing in reduced number of colours so that I could, specifically for this job, specifically for this particular one. So we'll cut that one as well. Trouble is, this paper is the one that came on a roll, and it does seem to want to keep rolling. I've cut some more of it and I've rolled it the opposite way, not 3/4 the opposite way, not that way like that, but that way. I've rolled it in the hopes that that might help straighten it up for a bit. And I've got it sitting here with a rubber band around it. You can see it's still trying to spring out, but we'll see what happens with that. I do like Lindy's sprays. What do you think about Lindy's, Mariah? Do you like them? If she's still there. She may be busy.
She's still there, I think. Oh, she said she has to leave for a little bit, but we'll be back. Okay, never mind.
Okay. Anybody else use Lindy's sprays? If you do, what do you think of them?
Thanks, Dan.
Now I'm going to tear some bits.
Is the black paper? Jetta wants to know what the black paper is.
I don't know. I bought it from Hobbycraft. It was the craft. I think it's craft paper. I bought it from a big Hobbycraft in. Was it in Cardiff? I think possibly. But the one we've got here, it might be the Chelmsford one. The one we've got here in Colchester is quite small, but you can order things from a bigger Hobbycraft and they will send them to you. Do one more. I'm probably not going to do lots of this because you'll probably get really bored with it. So I can start it off and then we can go back and do some dolphins. And I'm going to do a little bit of this one. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put sort of alternate ones on, you know, like that. Now then, I've got a whole load more of these prints over here, including, that's quite a nice one. It's got a little bit of the silver and a little bit of the, is that copper or is that, I think it is copper. shows up at a different angle. There's copper down here. It's also got a bit of the blue with it. You can see a little tinge of the blue here and there. That was one of the ones I was using. I don't think it might be the phthalo green shade one. Yeah.
Anne says that she has the Lindy, but tends to not use them as much as the icing sprays.
Oh, right. Okay. Interesting. Well, it depends what you're doing, I think, really. I mean, the Lindies are great on their own with their own things. I must try them again on the. I can't remember. I think I have tried them on the plate, but I must try them again. I'm going to use this stuff, Collage Podge. And I can't find any gloves, so I'm going to get sticky. Very, very sticky. I did have a box of blue gloves. I can't see it anywhere. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe I can. Maybe I can. Oh, yes. Look, lovely blue gloves. Whee! I won't get too mucky. Everything else will, but I won't. So I've got a layer of a plastic bag down on the surface. I use that for the sprays, but it hopefully may work as well with the glue, because it could just start pulling it up out of the way, and then I'll just have to remove it and do without. I've got card down here anyway. Need some sort of applicator. What I usually do is I use a big brush, one of my bigger brushes, and rush out and wash it as soon as I stop, which will be when Violet will be able to show you what she's been up to, which I think is fascinating. Big brush. There we are. A biggish brush like that. What's a number? What's a number? It's a number 6. The number of brushes that are a number 6, it depends on who's doing it. Put a glob on. I want an interesting one of that colour.
Diane says, I was lucky enough to find some older tattered angels glitter sprays at a thrift store. I think I've seen Sharon use the tattered angels, but I don't know that Fran has any.
Oh, I do. I have quite a few.
Oh, you do? Okay.
I like them so much. Every time I found them, I went, oh, yes, I love some of them. You can get them on eBay. But the trouble is, mostly you can only get the colours that the person is selling. You know what I mean? I mean, that's obvious.
Right.
But by that I mean, they sell generic ones, you know, only so many. But somebody called Linda Israel, who sells sets, and even sets that she has been in contact with Tattered Angels with, and has created herself. So she's talked to them and said, oh, I want this and that and the other for a project. They very kindly.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So I've sometimes ordered from her. It costs quite a bit getting them to this country, but that was before COVID. So by now it probably costs even more. So.
Liz, it's not matte or gloss medium. It's called collage
Podge.
Podge. It's instant matte instant decoupage. Yeah, it's matte.
Yep. I'm just splodging on. I'm not doing it in any particular pattern or any particular, not next to this or not next to that, or I'm just popping it on. Some of them have straight edges a bit to the edge of the paper. I don't. And if you go over the top with the collage podge, it helps to seal it in a bit. Hopefully.
And Liz wants to know, you're using a matte medium. Will that dull the print?
It might do. You can always go over it with a gloss afterwards. Or just use a gloss medium to start with.
Right. And Julie says she's heard the collage pause is out of production now. Is that true?
Oh, gosh.
She's not sure.
Did not know.
Well, she's not sure that that's true. It's a rumor.
Awful shame if that's the case, because it's better than Mod Podge as far as I'm concerned.
I wonder why.
I might have to come back and put this on again, because some of it may lift. Like the little edges, you think you've got stuff underneath, but you might not have, or it might not be enough. There we go. A bit underneath. I mean, you can use any kind of medium, really. You don't have to use something specifically for it. It's just that these ones have been used by people doing this sort of job, and they know it works. So they're inclined to pick that up rather than something else.
Colleen wants to know, why do you like the Collage Page better than Mod Podge? And then Paula has a question.
Well, I find that the Mod Podge remains sticky and can do in damp atmospheres or too humid or whatever. But this stuff doesn't have that reputation. And I've not had any problem with it. It's from Aleen's. Yeah. From the makers of Aleen's. Okay, next question.
Paula would like to know, how are your house renovations going?
Well, it's getting wet. The weather is getting quite rainy. So there's not a lot going on. I mean, poor old Wayne, he comes and he does his best. But if it's pouring with rain, or he comes at, he looks at the weather forecast, it looks good. He turns up, he starts, he gets halfway through, and it pours with rain. It's just that kind of time of year. But we're just about weather tight now. So he should be okay over the winter. So he's certainly done a marvellous job for us. He's got to do more on the roof, but it's got to be next year. We can't do it this time of year because we can't take the whole roof off this time of year, which is what's going to have to happen. Well, we've got the thing is with this house, it's quite old, so it has different levels of roof in different places where they added bits on. There's a Victorian end and there's a 400-year-old end, and the 400-year-old end is okay. The Victorian end needs a bit of attention. Which is funny when you think about it. They obviously knew how to do it better in the older days. I'd like to get round and do a little bit on his face, just a bit. So let's get round to that side.
Now, there's a glue or a decoupage stuff that you use for puzzle makers who want to save their puzzle.
All right.
And I wonder how similar it is to Mod Podge or the Collage Podge.
Don't know.
I have to check it out.
Do you know the make?
Not offhand, no. Hi, Miriam.
Yeah. Hi, Mariam.
Julie, I think she's talking about the Mod Podge being sticky.
Yeah, I have found it to be. When I'm using it on something like in a book, then you've got to put wax paper between the 2 pages or it sticks. That's what I found.
Right.
Excuse me a moment. You say something because I'm going to go mute for a second.
Okay, she's gone mute. Do y'all hear the echo? That's what I need to know while she's muted. I do not hear the echo now. Do y'all hear the echo? Raise your hands if you hear the echo. Give me a smiley face if you don't. No echo. So that means that Fran should stay on mute and I get to do all the talking. I am the boss. I'm in control. Oh no, we fixed it.
Okay. Go on then. Your turn.
Did you hear what I said?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
I heard you.
You've got me on screen. Do you want me to show what I was doing earlier?
Go ahead. I'm only doing boring old stuff.
Okay, well then go back to mute so there's no echo.
Okay.
So don't mind this down here. I'm just playing with gnomies. I'm just drawing gnomies. What Fran wanted me to show you was this. This is a book cover. This is a book cover. I did a whole bunch of them. I got them prepared. I used, I'm using like mailer envelopes, used mailer envelopes. And I'm covering them with different papers. And in this case, I used brown wrapping paper or brown craft paper. And hi, Darcy. I get to say hello to everybody now. Hi, Darcy, Liz, and Diane, and Colleen, and Miriam, and Paula. Everybody. I don't know where Trish and Evie are, but if they're around and listening, hi. And Maxine. Okay. Anyway, this is brown craft paper. It's like packing paper that I get in the mail with stuff. And I've covered a white mailer, and it's used. So I save them. Oops, I'm knocking things over. But anyway, what I did is I scrunched up the paper and scrunched it up good so there'd be all these wrinkles. And then I glued it down onto the mailer. And then I took my, I think you saw me earlier, I took my ink pads and I went over it to highlight the ridges and the edges. You want as much showing. You can see it here and here. But here's the thing. Here's the part that Fran liked is here's one that's needing the next step. If you listen. Pretty noisy, huh? Sounds like paper crinkling, right? This is where I'm going with this. I'm going for a faux leather look. This one, not as noisy. Not as noisy at all. And the reason being, and it's quite soft and it feels nice, whereas this one is soft. What I've done here is taken a bottle of hair conditioner, and you want the one without any parabens, or I don't use anything with parabens, let's put it that way. So you want one like that, and I think Pantene is a good one to use, and this one is Suave, coconut, whatever. And then I just rub it all over and rub it in. Just like I was doing hand lotion on my hands or my body, I rub it into this. And it literally softens the wood fibers in there, because paper is wood, right? So that's what I've been working on. These are Make Ahead journal covers. The ones that are faux leather, this is how I'm doing them. I'm doing some others with using up the mailers, using pretty papers that I've got, or napkins. I like to tape decorative napkins, and I peel them apart because there's usually 3 or 4 layers of napkin, and I only want the decorative piece, and I'll Mod Podge that all over. I might paint this first so that it doesn't show through the napkin. So I might put white or black gesso down, or any color I want for a background to show through, and then put the napkins down. And then if I want, I can use the fabric softener, the hair conditioner. But really, the only time I use that is when I'm dealing with the faux leather. So, oh, interesting, Colleen. That's a reverse of making cloth-like paper. Oh, you're saying making cloth-like paper that's cloth-like. Interesting. Hi, Trish. Wonderful. Evie's off giving a jelly print lesson on Facebook to the best friend in Cincinnati. Yay! Well, that's what I was playing with when we first came on, and now I'm just listening to Fran and doodling gnomes, because it's Christmas time, and I think of gnomes all year round. But there you go. Fran, you can come back now, and I'll go mute.
Okay. I'm back. I'm just adding little bits. I'm just going to add a little bit there. Squidgy widgy. I'm keeping to a sort of color range here, because I'm thinking that it might be nice to do the nose in blue and the eyes in copper. Let me go back and do something else. I don't know why I bother about the eyes and the nose and all that. But so I'll do a bit more on the nose. And put some on the actual figure as well, hoping to get a good, decent connection.
Thank you, Liz. I looked it up, and I'm going to go and look at it more after the stream. Mamagami. Remember that.
Mamigani?
Well, yeah, mommy. It's Mamigami.
Yeah, okay.
That'll trip your tongue up.
Just tearing the pieces so I can get one angle on it there and then another angle on it there so I get the nice form of the nose, hopefully. I didn't put so much underneath that bit there. Yeah. That wants to sit down there. Oh dear. So I reckon it's time to stop with this. Just about. I think that now needs to, I'll join this one up and then I think it needs to go and rest a bit so it gets a chance to dry. Because otherwise you just start putting more pieces and it just starts moving everything around, or else it sticks underneath like that was just starting to do.
Yeah, you're
down
on
there. Am I? Oh, I beg your pardon.
That's all right. There you go. Miriam says, I'm waiting for my video to upload and then I have good news. Well, I didn't read it.
Huh?
I paraphrased. But anyway, I don't know what the good news is, but yeah, we need some good news. Oh, Diane says, evidently toilet paper rolls make real looking mother. Well, see, when it comes to toilet paper rolls and paper towel rolls, I'm a hoarder. Oh, Miriam says, from tomorrow forward, she can now stream live
Oh,
or social
lovely.
YouTube. Yay! Yeah, see, I use the coconut hair conditioner because that's what I happen to have. And there was no oil. I haven't noticed any oil leaching or anything like that. It does exactly what I want with it to make the faux leather look. So since I have to buy the conditioner for my hair anyway, I didn't want to buy glycerin or anything that if it was only if I only do this like once a year, then using the hair conditioner just made more sense, was more practical for me. Good enough for me. GE, good enough. Okay, and Miriam has her video up with her new masks and stencils too. Yay!
Lovely.
Yeah. I knocked something over and I don't know what it was.
I've had that happen. Usually from across the room, something falls and you hear it and you think, I wonder what that was.
Yeah. Oh, I have to, I don't know if you can see it, but no one else can. Russ ordered a
Hang on.
product for his soon-to-be camera, or it might have been a memory card or something. I don't know. He's getting a new camera soon. But anyway, there was this freebie Velcro strap in there that was free. I don't know what they thought he would use it for, but he tends to hand me his garbage now. And he thought this is something I would like to put on a journal.
Well trained.
Can you read
Yep.
it? I don't know
Yep.
where they thought this was supposed to go, but yes, he's getting better trained. That's what fell.
Yeah, it's getting too sticky now. I think I'm going to have to stop because it's sticking everywhere. Well, I've got round to the front anyway, so that's something. Oh, you can't see. Sorry, hang on. There you go. You can see that I got I'm holding a brush in my teeth. Now got round to the front, and I've done that piece. But you can't really see the pattern because it's covered in glue at the moment.
Yeah.
So.
But I'm liking the whole design. It looks robot-y.
Yeah, it does a bit, doesn't it?
Science.
Well, we'll see how. Yeah, I can see that edge isn't down properly. Better. What I need to do is leave it for a while and then come back in about an hour or two and just check any edges and put them down. That's what I normally do. With a bit more glue. So there you go. That's that. And now I'm going to go and rinse my brush and everything because I don't like my brush to get ruined. So I will put Igor back on. There you go. There you go. You're not muted, are you? I muted you. Sorry, unmute.
Unmute. I'm unmute. I'm back.
I'll mute me instead, which is a much better idea.
Look, she gets heavy-handed with the mutant thing there. You see that? One of the other things I've been doing the last few days is using up book papers to make bookmarks and journal fillers. And I did that. I made, this is going to be a journal filler on a page. This is just a prototype, but it's torn paper notebook. So I'll glue this down onto the journal page. And one of the other things, hold the phone. There. I forget who it was showing it, but it was Pam at Paper Outpost. Pockets, journal pockets. So this is like a prototype. This is all it is. Hold it up, and you've got 1, 2, 3 pockets. And I used some craft paper that I had and some printed digipaper that I had to make the pockets. And then I was using old book pages to make what's going to go in them. Let's see if I can get this in there. There, for a bookmark or just a little decorative piece. And then you can put one in here. And you can put 1 or 2 in here. I thought they were pretty cute because I love to make journals. So these will go on the pages. So I thought they were pretty cute. That's what I've been playing with. And in between I've been, yep, I've got to cut that. I went to one of those home Habitat for Humanity shops and see what kind of goodies I could find, and I found this giant roll of, can't think what it is, but it's gluey on this side. It's wall tape for taping seams on drywall, maybe. I'm not sure. I used to do that and I can't remember. Oh, we're glad you're here, Trish. I know how bad you feel. Are they brittle? They're quite old, but they're not brittle. No, they're quite old, but not brittle. They're just aged. But anyway, I used this. I said I was making journal covers, and I used this, and I had some. You get the direct mailers in the mail, you know, the flyers for, you know, get your tires mounted or free oil change with tires or whatever. So I covered them in that tape. And I used Yes Paste because I wanted it. I didn't care if it moved. When you use Yes Paste, it isn't as flexible as if you use PVA or Mod Podge or something, and that's fine. But here's two of them. These are going to be cut to size for journal covers, and I will bind these. And then here's a larger one, and this one I used a little different. This one will get folded to maybe a travel journal. So I'm just using up junk I have around. It's that time of year to do inventory and see what I don't need to buy, what I have, and use up what I've got. I think I'm going to be using this for a long time now. That's a lot. Okay, Fran is back.
Just about. Got an eyelash caught. I hate it when you get an eyelash. You can't
from
see it.
a home goods store. So it's not a craft, an arty thing. It's more of a, like, because it's pretty sturdy. It's paper tape for like going over drywall. If you put up drywall for your walls and you butt them together, they're the same. And you would put this up, and then you would put drywall paste over it and sand it down. That's what I used to do. So I have a lot.
No, I don't know. I hate it when I get something in my eye and I can't see it and I can't get it out, and it just irritates. Don't you just hate that? Now we will move Mr. Fuzzy to somewhere safe.
Can we put you back on screen too?
Just a second. I'm just putting Mr. Fuzzy down over there.
Right, Anne. That's exactly where I was.
There we are. Mr. Fuzzy has gone for now. We've still got a fair bit left, so I should be able to finish with a couple of those. Finish doing him. Well, put these down. Didn't turn out to need them. Oh. Going to pick up my little shreds. I find these little, you think you might throw these pieces away, but I find them quite useful. I use them around the nose to fill in little gaps. Found that handy. Right, I'm going to take this off. So that I don't have to have that in the way. On the dragons out of the stuff. Now I've got some sheets of Astro Bright here, so I can have a go with those. And I want to have a go with me dolphins. So we need a plate. Oh, 7.
Hey, Fran.
Start with the one you used. Yes?
I'm still here.
Oh, sorry. I have to banish my Igor. Hold on a moment, everybody. When I go banish Igor. Seems a bit harsh, but there we go. I'm just getting some hairs off the edge of that. It's that flipping doggy gets everywhere. There you go, you've gone. And let's see if I can set this up to a nice height so I don't bang my head on it. There we are. And I'll move these in one fell swoop. Oh, by the way, I might try this out. Dina Wakley Media Cell Creator. Let's have a play with that. Now, you're supposed to use it with pouring medium, and I don't have pouring medium. Or if I do, I can't find it. I think I had some before I moved out of the sitting room, drawing room, when the mould occurred. So, we'll see. In the meantime, move those out the way. I want to use the moon, and we're going to do dolphins. So we've still got some bits left from before. We'll use the big foamy one. Just remove my pencils. I've got so many erasers now. I did have just a Derwent one, but it the battery thing broke. I like using these because they save your hands when they're aching, and you can also, with this one, you can actually do better with this little tiny one. You can rub out bits that you cannot actually do with your big rubber because it's got a tiny point on it. And I got that on Amazon. See, let me remove some of the bits I've accumulated. You see, you've got a really small point. You see that? So I can erase bits. Oh, it tickles. That I couldn't do without. So I can erase really small lines. So it means you'd have less work to do putting lines back again. So I'm going to start with some, let's start with some dark blue. Okay, we'll start with a darkish blue. We've got phthalo blue, green shade. That'll do just perfect. Now, before I start, let's shake it up a bit. I'll move that down. I don't want that in the way. Move these over here. I'll use a little bit of the cell stuff to see what happens. I don't suppose it will do anything because I don't have pouring medium. Oh, there's another dog hair. This is going to take a while. Get rid of the dog hairs. Always seems to take a while getting rid of the dog hairs. As soon as I start again, there's a dog hair. I don't know. I don't think we need anything to create cells. I've got lots there anyway. God, I've got hairs everywhere. My goodness. That dog is getting absolutely everywhere. Just a minute. It is a good idea to remove all these hairs if you can, because otherwise you're just going to get something with embedded hairs. Now, if you want embedded hairs, go right ahead and do that. But when you don't actually want embedded hairs, it's probably a good idea to try and get them out. I'm going to put a little bit more of this stuff down because now that I've sat here like this, it'll have dried up a bit, so I've got to put a bit more down. But you can see what happens with high flow, can't you?
And when you finish here, we're going to readjust your camera.
Okay, I just see there's another one there. Got it. And another one there. Got it.
Maybe you need your roller.
Yeah. No, I think I need to get rid of the dog. No, I wouldn't do that. Keep thinking I've picked that one up and I haven't. Oh, I've got it this time. That's better. Right, let's put these down quick before we have a disaster. So we'll have a biggie up there and a slightly smallery down there and another biggie over there, going that way. Great thing about stencils is you can decide now which way do I want that one or that one. So that one's going that way. I think I'll put this one that way. Diving about and having fun.
Jetta has a question.
Oh, yes?
What brand of roller are you using?
SD. ESSDEE. I think I got this one from Jackson's in London, which is actually in the US as well, which is fun. Means that anybody can get them. I think I've missed one out. Or two. There's another one. Because I've got two sets here because I cut one a little bit too quickly and had to recut it to make the eyes bigger. And the lines in the, you can see that the lines in this one are really close compared with that one. That's an earlier one. That's a later one. That's an early one. That's a later one. You can see the size of the lines in the tail. So anyway, we've got as much down as we can. Let's get something to pull that up with. I think we'll use some white tissue. Oh God, I've got one already there. Yes, it's coming through. You did see me put quite a lot on there. We've got some lovely clouding going on there. Absolutely lovely. Didn't need the cell actuator. Stop. See, the eye may not work so well in this one because the tail is so small, and I should have only used that one. But there we go. It just shows you the difference. Some of them will have lots left, and some of them won't because some of them are new stencils, and some of them have been through the mill already. Isn't that looking lovely? I love that. That's gorgeous. Bubbles in the ocean. Hey.
I think it's beautiful.
That's a good one. It's only the lift-off sheet. It's not the one I'm going for. Now I can start using different colours all over it. So we've had the phthalo blue-green shade. Let's have something a little bit different.
Susan, we basically solved the problem for today. But we can't use it all the time.
Yes, my husband's got me ordered a lapel mic that he says doesn't cure it totally, but someone else has had this problem, says it helps. So, and it works on the Kindle. So with any luck, I might be able to.
Well, I meant the fix for today is to mute you.
No, it didn't. No, we tried another thing, and it didn't help.
No. When we muted you, there was no echo.
Yeah, fine. I think I need to add something else to that. I don't think that's going to work on its own. What shall I add? You know, I haven't used gold for a while. Oh, and I haven't used that for a while either. Let's use a bit of that. Just because I feel like it. Whoa! Crofter lunch. We have had. Oh dear. Well, we've had our crofter lunch with loads of Amazon colours, so we might use some of them. Maybe they're just trying to join in. I'll have a look in a minute. I was trying to get some flipping paper.
It's Perspex underneath her gel plate, Miriam. She's working on a gel plate, and there's a sheet of Perspex underneath to hold it in place.
Yep. That means we can turn it over and have a look at the other side.
Yes, Anne says an earthquake in England.
That's a crafter launch.
Yep. Hi, Griffin Shale, Rhonda.
In fact, I haven't got so much through that time. Slightly thicker paint, I think. I think that'll be why. So, I've got another roller down here. Big one. Dry. Yeah. See how that helps. Oh, that's interesting. That's rather nice. That's rather good, isn't it? I like that. Let's cut that piece off.
Good.
That's using the dragonfly glaze. That was what I put on at the last. Red, blue, violet, I think it was. Was it red, blue, violet? Let me have a look. Red, violet, blue shift. Wow, same thing. Just say it in another direction. But I like how it's picked up these little flecks here and there. Yeah, little tiny flecks. Nice. Very sea-like, isn't it, that one? I like that. Yes. And you know, when you see a school of dolphins, usually that's just what you see. You don't see anything else in the water. Just the sea of dolphins. School of dolphins. Sorry.
I love manatees, but I don't know that they're as um, sleek and pretty as dolphins.
No, they're not quite so aesthetically pleasing, are they?
No.
They're more interesting. I got some dioxazine purple here. I'm going to have a go with a bit of that. Keep forgetting this is a bigger plate and needs a bit more paint.
So, Miriam, the reason the paint bubbles and creates separation there is because it's high flow paint.
Correct. And that's why I like the high flows. I really like that effect.
Yeah, that's selling or
I call it selling when it's little like this.
yeah,
When it gets
bubbles.
like, just a minute.
Oh, Liz, I'm sorry to hear that.
When it gets bigger like this, I call it clouds because it's so much bigger. It spreads out so much more. And of course, to get that, you need the right consistency of paint. And even though these are all high flow, some of them have a very slightly different consistency to another one. This one is thicker. And you can see that it's opaque, and that's transparent or translucent. And this one gives you more cells than this one does.
Yeah,
Liz?
it's Liz. Liz has a child has been diagnosed with COVID, so she has to go get meds. She will see a son.
Oh, right. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, the selling or beading, it's the high flow paint moving on the gel plate.
Yeah. So I'm just trying to get the paint to come through onto the tissue through the little holes that I cut in the stencils, so I can get the impression of the mouth, the eyes, the lines showing the coloration of the creature, the fins at the end, the hair on the tail fin. Won't get much with that one because that's the one that wasn't really big enough, but this one is bigger and I'll get more through that one. Must have a try with Mariah's suggestion of outlining. See what happens. Right, let's go before it all dries too much and rips the tissue. That's cleaning the plate beautifully. Look at that. Oh, this is lovely. This is lovely. You wait. Isn't that nice? I've got the dioxazine purple and I've got some remnants of the blue from before.
Wow.
It's lovely. Mostly selling, a little tiny bit of clouds, but beautiful overall, I think. It's almost like the bubbles from the creatures coming up, isn't it? Or perhaps they're going over active vents in the ocean floor and this is coming up and it's warming them. You never know. Everything is possible. The thing about the tissue is it seems to dry really, really quite fast. So unless you've got an awful lot of paint down, it doesn't matter so much if you fling it on the floor and it obtrudes over another one, I find, usually. Sometimes it does, and then you go, ah, that one stuck to that one. Always a good idea to make sure you've got more room. Now I'm going to use some of this. I do like copper. I'm sorry, guys. I'm going to use copper. I put it on the two sides of it, and I'm going to shake this up and take that off. for me as well. Oh, that's half fun.
Okay. I'm going to post the link to Miriam's most. She just posted this while she's been in stream.
Oh, yeah.
And she said for you, a comment for you, you must see my video, Fran. I went further and paint an outline over the prints.
Oh,
We must see that one.
yeah.
Do you know the name of that one offhand, Miriam? And I'll be happy to post it here. Hi, Kelly. Tissue paper. The name of the stream, the video that you made where you painted and outlined over your prints. It wasn't the one I just posted, was it? Yes, the link to the video. If you give me the name, I can link it because it won't let you link it.
That almost looks like he's splashing about there.
Yes, it does.
Ah, but
You could put it in, Miriam, but it won't be live because you're not a mod. It won't be
lovely.
active.
Getting some nice lines around, although I do seem to have another hair there.
I see it too.
Trying to get the hair back. It's doggy woggy. Never mind. Pretend we did that deliberately. Isn't that lovely?
I like your color choice there.
Yeah, that was quite good, wasn't it? That dioxazine purple goes really nice with the copper.
Yeah.
I hope they hurry up with the bronze, you know.
Well, that's the one I just posted above, Miriam. So, yep, I will send it to Fran so she also has it and can go see it later.
Uh-huh. That'll be great.
Yep, I sent it to you in Messenger. So, because Miriam wants you to see the one where she did the outlines after the fact.
So I like that one. I really like it. The bubbles suit this, don't they? I mean, I'm calling them bubbles now, but they're cells, and they really suit this particular subject matter.
I agree.
I'm going to see where that hair is so I can get that one off. There we are. And there's one there. Beastly doggy trying to join in.
Trish, if you go to Joann's or even Walmart, they have Christmas fabric for a journal. I would think that's good enough. And you can buy fat quarters. And I think just a fat quarter alone would be enough for a 5x7 journal, something like that.
I'm going to have a little look, and I think I might go with indigo. Now, indigo, yes.
Yeah, a local quilt shop or or LQS, as they say, might have a larger selection of Christmas fabrics.
Bit gummed up here. Hang on a sec. I've got to clear the top.
Okay.
Just want something to wipe it with. Tissue will do if I can find the box. There it is.
I use fat quarters. Or I even go to Joann's and look at the reduced bin. See what they've
That's
got.
better. Paint it now.
Oh,
Lovely. Spread it about.
you know how I started, Trish? I had a large card. Can't remember where I got it from. Christmas card or birthday card, or probably not a birthday card, probably a Christmas card. And that was my journal. And I just stuck 3 holes in it and gathered up some crappy papers and sewed them in, and that was my practice.
Better.
That's dark.
Mm-hmm. That's the idea. I want to get more lines around the creatures, you see. I want to improve the definition of those lines. Because I had a peek underneath and it looked a bit pale and wan.
Oh, those are just so adorable. You the tissue paper.
They are, aren't they? I don't seem to be able to use anything else. I just use the tissue paper and go, yes!
Trish, one of the people that I watched about making journals was Tsunami Rose on YouTube. She has playlists and she sells on Etsy, but she shows everything she does.
Did you say she throws everything she has?
She sells.
Or she sews? Sells. Oh, right.
She does sew. She sews her journals. She uses a little more precise technique that I followed with fabric and light. What is the word? It's like an iron-on stabilizer, but it's the light and packing paper. But just watch some of her. Go back to the older ones because she switched up now how she's doing it. But go back to her older videos, and you'll get the gist of the idea of how to put it together. I would say do it your way, but she's really a good one. And treasure books. Tsunami Rose is really a good one to watch.
Let's try some better paper. Well, not better, but different. It's getting good. So I think we need to try some of the white paper, the almost cardy type. Well, the paper anyway, because I like this. This is looking really interesting. It's not a lot of selling, but there's a lovely amount of definition in the dolphins, isn't there? I am loving that. That is just, isn't that lovely? Oh, I love that. Right, let's have a go.
That's gorgeous.
We're going to have a go with some, some of that paper, I think, yes. Right, so that was phthalo blue. We'll definitely have some phthalo blue going on.
Daisy. Daisy is Tsunami Road. So her name is tsunamiRose.net. UNAMI. I'm gonna.
Right, the paper. Where are you, paper? Come on down, join in. This is not going to reach all the way. Always leaves a little edge because it's not quite the same size as the plate. But we have more tissue here. We can sop these bits up.
You know, when you do that, you could turn those into like a washi tape look. Of course, you don't do washi tape.
Well, I have done washi tape, but yes, you could.
Yeah.
I made them out of some stamped prints I made. I'm sure I've shown it to you. But I don't use it very often, and I don't make it very often, so.
Right. Yes, who said, Jetta, yes, I go to Treasure Books channel a lot too when I'm doing books. And Pam at the Paper Outpost.
Yep, she's good, she is.
Yes.
And I like Nick the Booksmith as well.
Smith, I forgot about her because I haven't seen her in a while.
All right. Oh, look at that. Isn't that lovely? I love that. That's gorgeous. But that's using 2 sets. So, well, nearly 2 sets. There's a couple of big ones I couldn't get on, like this one. Couldn't get him on. Too many others joining in. Don't know if there's any more down there. Or any more down there. I think that's the only one. There should be another one. Should have been 2. I've got 2 big ones. There should be 2 more. I wonder what that was. Banging on the door. Can you? Ian might answer it, but he might have his headphones on. So can you say something for a bit?
I'm ready. Mute yourself and put me up. I've got a show. I was just going to ask you, talking about journalings. Trish, one of the first things I did when I started out making journals, old book pages. I had old books, and what I did is made little booklets out of them. See, no covers on these yet. Never thought to put covers on them. And I wish I could remember the lady who I learned this from, this technique using the book pages. But this is one. And from this, I used, and these aren't sewed in at the moment. But from this, I used shoe polish, brown leather shoe polish, because at the time I was starting out, I didn't have inkers, ink pads or anything. I had shoe polish though. So I used shoe polish and I covered the pages, and then you could see I sewed in the stitches or the signatures. And this is what I did is I did every page. I rounded the corners with scissors. I didn't have a corner. Now I have a corner punch, but I didn't have one then. So all the pages are very, very rough cut. Oop, Fran's back and she's unmuted.
Sorry. I could mute again. I thought it was the door. You wouldn't believe it. It was Ian going out to sea, look at the weather or something. I thought it was somebody hammering on the door trying to get in, you know, going, open the door, got a parcel for you. No. Oh dear, men.
Okay. Yes, I'm Violet CMT. Who said that? Who is Igor? That's me, Violet CMT. Mute yourself so I can finish talking, Fran. Please.
Yeah, sure. Will do.
So this is the stack of books I made, all of them. And I just took book pages, rounded the corners, stacked them together, sewed them in, sewed the stitches. This is just two holes, and some thin embroidery thread, and I sewed it. And then I cut little strips of notepad paper down for writing. And I had one that was really, really nicely done. It was Shakespearean pages and with some Shakespeare graphics. And my bonus daughter saw it and claimed it for her own. And I don't have a picture. Yes, we have the echo when both of us, when Fran mutes, there's no echo. It's something to do with her Kindle, because when we used the phone, when she used her phone to stream, there was no echo. When she's in the other room on the computer, on the other camera, not her Kindle, but a C290 camera, there's no echo. So the echo is only coming through, as far as I know, it's only coming through because of the Kindle. And trust me, Fran and I spent a while the other day going through every application. Yes, she uses the Kindle mic, but Ian has ordered her a lapel mic, and it's supposed to be delivered Tuesday. So we're going to try that out. And this is just while she's using the Kindle. She can't go in her craft room where the computer is and where her other good camera is, because of the mold in there still being treated. So this is still temporary in this little room. There's no room in this little room for her to set up her computer and go that route. So we're dealing with a Kindle and the echo. But yeah, when she's muted, I can talk and there's no echo. So the echo is only she can't hear the echo. Just all of you and I can hear the echo. Okay, Fran, I'm all done. You can come back and take control of your stream again. And thank you very much for giving me screen time.
You are very welcome. And I've been peeling off the dolphins, and look at them. Aren't they gorgeous?
Oh,
the lovely patterns on them. I am loving that. I think that's marvelous. And this one's quite a different sort of look to it, quite dark. This is the boss, obviously.
To answer Mariah, the Kindle is in here in this room, and the computer is in the other room at the other end of the house, and it's not even on. So it's not those two things conflicting with each other.
Yes, I use the Kindle mic.
Yes.
But this lapel mic that Ian's ordered may help with that, because that should turn off the interior mic and give the lapel mic preference, which I think may help. I don't think it cures it, because this other guy that tried it said it hadn't cured it for him, but it had lessened it quite a bit. So anything's better than what we've got. So I'm going to take this away, because this needs to dry up so I can use it. It's nearly dry anyway, but
Yeah.
we can put something down on top. And we've got this one, which has some remnants of these. I do like those. I've got to have another go with those. I do like these such a lot. I like them very much. I do. So I'll have another go with those. And I really want to have another go with the, oh, there's the other one of those. Look. Ha, the other one. I really want to have a go with the other alien plants. I'm sure I put some here. Or alien plants. Oh, I know what I could do. Get the big one.
There you go.
I was looking for the big one in here. Must be somewhere. Everything got to be someplace. But I don't think it's in there.
Mariah has a suggestion.
Yeah?
Can you plug in a headphones or earbud?
Well, I can, but then I can't move about and grab things, and it makes my ears a bit uncomfortable.
There you go.
Well, I mean, I could if I absolutely have to. There's the biggie. That's what I wanted to use, the biggie. Great biggie alien plant. Lovely. So I'm going to cut this a little bit because I don't want it like it is. Because there's too much jaggedy bits and too much that I don't want. I'm going to cut this. I don't like the square edges. I don't mind so much about straight edges here and there, so long as I can sort of blend them in a bit. Anyway, you see, so that doesn't matter. That's fine. Have got rather a lot of white space there, but oh well. We'll see what we can do with that. Try and put it out the way a bit. Now then, still got some of these marks, and I like that. We didn't use this one. We've got to use that one. I love that one. I think it's really good, that. And I think I'll just do something with the corners of that as well.
Anne has a question.
Yeah?
She says, I have forgotten. Does anyone use watercolor paper to pull prints?
I have done. It's quite thick, though. And it doesn't give great definition. That's why you get such wonderful definition with rice paper or the, Carnival tissue paper, because it's thin enough to go into all the areas that you want. So there's that. But you could pull prints with watercolor paper, but just try not to use really stiff watercolor paper, because I think you might be quite disappointed with that. You probably get something, but not as good as you would with a thinner paper. That's all I can think of.
Mariah says that they have when they do the ATPs, and that you are exactly right in what you said.
Oh, thank you. I mean, I've used it quite some time ago, but not recently. I mean, it was when I was starting out, you know. when I first played with the gel plate, I tried every paper I could think of just to see what would happen, and then proceeded to forget what I'd done. Oh dear.
I love your color choices today again.
They're working quite well, aren't they?
It's okay,
Dog
Mariah.
again.
Thank you for being here.
What's that?
Mariah has to go off again. She has to, she has a million things going on.
Yeah. Bye-bye, Mariah. Have fun. Well, try to have fun. Doesn't sound much fun, but sometimes.
Rhonda can see your pile of stencils over there, and she says, over there, they make me nervous because I think because you're coming so close to touching them with your brayer.
Mm-hmm. I can see what I'm doing there, so I'm not going to. Missed that one. I thought I got him. Got him. And then there's that one. That's a big long one. I hate that one. And that one. Ow!
Wipe your brayer down.
It's not the brayer, it's on the plate. You can only see it when the brayer goes over it and shows it up. Let's see if we've got it all now. We've almost got it all. There's a couple of bits up. It's the dog, you see. He brushes past everything and his hairs end up absolutely everywhere. That'll do. There's still some hairs in there, I'm afraid, but oh, I can't be bothered messing with them. Nearly lost my cup of tea there. I think I better drink it before it goes everywhere. There we go. Now we can get a bit more on there. All right. Yep. So let's put, well, I think that one wants to join in. So we'll put him down. And we'll have this one before I do anything else. No, that one that I just cut. That's it. There. Because I didn't use it last time. And I won't use that this time because I've already filled the plate too much to get it on. There we are. And we'll have a little touch of this. This is my favourite one, actually. This one. This one. There we are. Nearly getting some of my hairs involved in it. Dear me. There's another one of those. Little baby one. And I want to use the moon as well. I do like the moon. Going to have a very low planet. And we've got dragons in the sky. Almost like a bee going to settle on one of the plants. I think that's enough. Yeah, only one dragon in the sky. That's enough. And start with the tissue again. What's happening there? Oh, that's folded over, that's all. There we go. Let's do some more alien plants. I've been doing kooky birds. I haven't finished playing with the kooky birds yet. After that, I shall do some more alien plants. I think I'll just cut this piece off first, because it's awkward to manage. Trying not to cut the stencil which is hanging about underneath. There we are. Salvage that.
Hi, Debbie.
Hi, Gabby.
Anne says, Fran, your newest stencils are all splendid.
Oh, thank you. I'm sorry, Deb. You got caught by us trying to fix the echo and not managing to do it, and we were playing about on Wednesday, and we didn't stream because it was so tiring doing all that and not getting there.
That was
By
for
the time we'd finished the lecture, we couldn't do it. Well, she wrote in the stream, you see, and she said, "Oh, here it is. I'm going to wait for the stream," and of course we didn't do one.
Right.
Sorry, Deb. Alien plant, yes. I'm liking that. That's nice. That's pretty good, isn't it? I'm liking that. Lovely coppery bits coming along there.
Hi, Dana.
I'm going to try one with more copper and less of the blue. To remind me, I'm trying to do less of the blue because I'm inclined to just go way. So let's try not to do that. We'll do lots of copper. And we'll do the blue again, same blue.
Just drippy drops of blue.
Like that. Is that enough? Let's try that anyway.
Yeah.
Trying to be abstemious. It's not something that happens often. I think I might need a bit more copper. It seems to be running away a bit. That'll do. Let's give in and see what we might get from that. Yes, it's definitely got a bit more copper in it. Good. I might put some more detail in this part of the plant, you know. Maybe some spots in that part of the plant.
Okay, Anne, thank you for being here. I hope you feel better and get some relief.
Yes, you want to Take all the rest you can when you can.
I said Anne, I meant Trish. Sorry.
All right. I was looking to see where Trish said something. Anne had said something, and I saw Trish, and I went looking for Anne.
Yep.
Didn't find it. That'll do. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Oh, yes. Look at that. I got some lovely copper on the squares. Superb. I'm loving that. Nice. And a little trace of the blue. That's exactly what I was hoping for. The thing is, the copper seems to dissipate quite fast. So you've got to put quite a lot of copper down to get anything from it, I think.
That's fabulous.
Isn't it nice? I like that. Because I've got print where it's looks white to you. I can see that there's still something there going on, some graining from the stencil, coming off the back of the stencil, which is lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely.
Push your gel plate towards the wall a little bit. Just push it forward. There you go. A little bit more. A little bit more. A little bit. A little bit. There you go. That'll do. It's actually at an angle, isn't it?
Could just move that up.
Well, there you go.
There you go. Now we've had a good success with that. What else can we do? Oh, that might be quite nice. I'm just going to disturb everything for a second and get that out. I do like that one. So we'll do some of that. Oh, we've got a nice little trinket there. Oh, look at that one. Ooh, lovely. Looks good against the grubby fingers, doesn't it? Right. I'm going to have a go with this. And then I'm going to put some of this on. I don't know whether it's going to do anything. Probably won't. This is the cell creator from Dina Wakeley. So we'll see whether it does anything. Stinks. Gosh, it really does smell rather strongly, that cell creator. Hope it's not lethal. I might need to take a fair bit of this off. Oh!
Uh-oh. Put your dragon back.
I'm wondering where the dragon's gone.
Uh-oh.
Dragon, where are you?
Uh-oh.
He's disappeared. Did he go on the floor?
Did he slide down to the bottom? No. Yeah, he's over your alien plant.
He did. You're absolutely right.
He was hungry.
Obviously, wanted a bit of plant. Wow. I don't know that that's going to do anything. I don't think that cell creator stuff is going to work without the whatchamacallit. And I can use some, I can use some black on this. Bit of black. Black tissue. Yeah, I don't think that cell creator stuff is going to work without pouring medium. God, yes, it does stink. Acid-free and non-toxic. Doesn't say anything about stink-free. Dina Wakely, cell creator. I don't think it's going to work.
Have you watched her use that cell creator?
Well, it does say on the bottle that it needs pouring medium. So I haven't got any pouring medium.
Oh.
See that on the information when I bought it. So it's got something there, and mostly a lot of green. There we go. I will now chop this and find somewhere to put it on the floor. Yes, it's really thick, that green Dina paint.
Add some flow and flavor to it.
Yeah, you'd probably have to. It's only because I'm used to using the high flow. It's perfectly all right as a paint as it is. It's just that I'm using the high flow and loving the high flow, and it's not the same consistency. So I think I need to put something else on here to try and lift some of this excess green off. So I think we'll use some copper. Why not? I'm going to have to get some more of this soon. I'm going to run out. And then I'll have to go back to the fluid acrylic. Ever since I got the copper in the high flow, I've barely used anything else. That's what you get for being copper mad. I know you're not really supposed to lift up the sheet and reposition it, but I like it. It does help with the creasing, for me anyway. Although I do get it all over my hands.
And sometimes you actually do get a nice echo or outline of the stencil.
Like there?
Mm-hmm.
That's not too bad, is it? Not too bad. I think something. Yeah, we've got some black outline there. I'm not pushing it down too much. I think that's rather good. It's got the green and the copper in it together. How's it doing under there? Oh, well, that's nice.
Oh, wow.
I like that. Oh, that was a good choice. I'm glad I did that. Not so much underneath it because it was a new one, but yeah.
You can't see it because I know you're watching in StreamYard, but in YouTube, you have some amazing emojis, emoticons.
Do I?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, all I can see is boxes.
Right. I'm putting a whole bunch of them in.
Okay. Lovely. Now this one's got to go and dry. I think that could be quite interesting. I mean, these are not so interesting because they don't have so much blue because they were unused stencils and they've absorbed a lot of the blue. As you see. Where did the big one go? I know we had a big one there somewhere. It's underneath because it's one of the first ones I pulled off. think so. Oh well. Never. Oh, it's over here. I'm going to say never mind, but there we are. You see, it pulled off quite a lot of blue, so there's not much blue to go down on there. You might be able to solve that, but if you think it needs solving, I'm not so sure it does. But by having another plate there and putting some more blue on it and putting it over that, rearing it over that, and then putting it back in place, which may or may not work. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. I'm quite pleased with that, and I'm getting a bit tired now, so I'm going to do this dolphin one that's been resting.
Okay.
And I might leave this one to dry before putting another colour on.
Julie, I don't know. And yes, Fran, you're a little over 2 hours. So it's no wonder you're tired.
Yeah. Well, I've done quite a bit today. You've covered quite a few areas. So on this one, let's look at the other side, see how good that is. It's pretty good. I think I need to do something lightish. But I'm not sure.
For thumbs up and subscribing and for being here with us, for coming to the end, for getting tired.
Well, I'm just going to do this one first. Don't show people the door just yet.
I won't.
Right, taking a goober off that one. Now, I think I might use a combination of these two, iridescent and a little bit of the teal, or maybe iridescent silver and, oh, maybe the dioxazine purple. What do you think? I think that might be better. I find the teal, because it's opaque, a little bit too heavy-handed for some of these. So I think I'll do a little bit of the dioxazine. Says she, slathering it on. And a little bit of this. Ooh, bloomin' that bit jumped out, didn't it? Practically got prints on the brayer off sheet from this. That's better. That is definitely a hair. I think it just electrostatically drags the hairs up from the carpet, you know. I've got a hoover. That's what I've got to do. Got to do another hoover. There. I'm quite happy with that, I think. So we'll put a sheet down and let's have a look at the other side and see what I think. I think a white one. Oh, I did not mean to do that. So now we've got a print of that on there as well. Oh well. Interesting. see what we might get. Not too bad, I think. Maybe that's a cage that's been put down for safety from sharks. So there we are, that's that one. And we'll leave the other one to cure and see what we get off the other one. Love that dwarf or gnome.
That's my gnome.
Gnome. If you don't know me by now. Sorry. Sorry. Oh dear, it was irresistible. A gunk.
That's a troll.
Is it? Oh, I used to collect them.
I have
we called them
one
gunk.
that fell out.
Oh, you'll have to put some back in.
Oh, I've had these for ages. They're old.
They look it.
Yep.
They look like the originals. They're probably worth a fortune now.
Could be.
Well, that's us for today.
Thank you, everyone.
My back is... I'm going to go and rest now. After picking up all the papers off the floor. We've got loads. So, bye-bye, everybody.
Bye-bye. Have a great weekend. Be safe, take care, and try not to be sick.
Yes, try to keep healthy, everybody.
Yeah.
And if you're not healthy, try to get better. We're all thinking about you all. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.